Just saying, on top of the fact that this is horrible marketing in the first place, if this is that horrible execution across the board. Life doing content as a content creator is already hard because of the influence that you have over people's lives, those people knowing you, and the culture that you build up sets a precedent for how you may live life. And on the flip side of the internet, there's the other side of content creator known as OnlyFans models, and some of the reality is starting to set in for them that they may not have liked how they're being perceived online and how that is affecting their day-to-day life, and now is turning into the biggest debacle we have seen on the internet for their community yet. This is OF models' worst nightmares have finally come true by O'Shea Duke Jackson. Let's get into it. Welcome to Stanley Live.
Two OnlyFans models were hanging out, I believe, somewhere in Dallas, Texas. They were taking some photos.
That's like 4 hours away. They going crazy over
those in some videos, just posting them to, Instagram and promoting content.
Right.
Now, they were not doing any sexual content. Okay. However, while they were posting their videos, something weird happened.
Ash, come on. Ash, walk here. Ash,
why am I
record him?
I live here.
Ash, record him.
You gonna call 911? Why you out here like that? You see how they is? I told you some sellout. They half naked. I want to check your got a black. You out here half naked. You a sellout. That's what you is.
Wait, I couldn't tell. Is he a fan or is he like disgusted? Because at first I thought he was recording because he was bewildered by seeing them outside. But it actually sounds like he doesn't like the fact that they're dressed inappropriately outside. And I don't even know what they're dressed like. I can't tell.
Look at it. They half naked. They ass naked out here. Sell out their ass home.
Damn. I'm guessing he's disgusted. Okay.
Now, that is the video that they recorded and put up.
Right.
In the OnlyFans model in question is called Your Little Baby.
You're little. My fault.
Ashley. Now, this is what she posted on the story. Guys, y'all wouldn't believe what just happened. Me and my girl were taking pictures and this man asked to sit behind us. Weird, right? But we just keep taking pictures. So I take her pics, go to show her, and I turn around and this man is basically playing with himself, has his you-know-what out in public. So immediately we grab
that's horrible. I'm not going to lie. That's terrible.
Things and leave and call the police. So he gets in his car and leaves. So we were like, okay, let's just go back to taking pictures. But then he comes back recording us, calling us sellout hoes.
Oh, now, wow. So that's the full story, is that he ended up leaving. Okay, man, that's wild.
After she put this story up, there was then a video that her and the friend made.
For real, it's like you can't even bad outside anymore, which is crazy. Like, how are you gonna pull your out, right? And then get mad that I'm offended that you pulled your out. Because, like, who fucking does that? In public, mind you. In public. I have been doing this job for years and years and years, and I've never, ever had somebody sit behind me and pull the out in public. Like, this is insane.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that is very insane.
I need a bodyguard to walk outside and take pictures now. I gotta have with me to go and take pictures. Like,
the crazy part is the pictures were so cute and we looked so innocent, and then
girl, and you got me a sellout.
I look so hoochie.
You're disgusting. You're disgusting. You're literally scum of the earth. I love horny, love y'all down, but in public, not even gonna ask me nothing. Like, just straight.
Yeah.
Nerd. Oh my God.
So he has to be halfway into the prison cell by now, right? Because they clearly have his face and things like that on video. I will hope like the next steps that follows is getting like legal action involved. If he is out here beating, into women unconsensually. Like, we have his face. I seen his face. He should really be close to getting locked up, right?
God, insane. This guy obviously has some mental health issues.
So what does this have to do with only like OF nightmares?
And I can't wait for the police to give him the help he deserves.
Oh, okay,
The
good.
police did pull up, thank God.
Period.
That they took.
And you know what's even funnier? Because I just sat here and thought about it. I bet he recorded that video so he could jack off to it some more. He's over here like, oh. I'm laughing, but this is mad serious. Like, this is a crazy, horny abuser. What's the word? Sexual abuser on the run. On the run. He's out here free, jacking his other people.
Now, guys, we do know that women can be harassed, especially by strange men.
I've been followed by 3 men in their car.
Dang, her skin is actually glowing. Like legitimately glowing. Like you might be able to put her in a dark room and she would be glowing herself. I'm not gonna lie, gang. Holy.
Cars in the last 24 hours. So I was just walking to my garden. I'm in my garden.
Fire.
Boom, boom, boom. This morning, and there's a guy who, like, my garden is like in the middle
Feels like she might be sweating. That could also be a reasonable, reason.
of the block. He turns at the intersection, turns at the intersection, drives all the way up to me, stops, and then screams at me from his car, rolls down his window, screams at me from his car. And then, like, when I don't respond and I'm looking at him like he's crazy, he like drives off angry.
But then I started to think, OnlyFans model. With her friend, a weird guy comes out of nowhere and says that. Dallas, Texas, right?
Yeah.
Now, as you guys remember, Rhoda Osmond was in Houston, Texas, when she said that a black man just hit her in the face with a brick. And then I remembered.
Oh yeah, that didn't.
The other day, there was this chick in Dallas that accused black men of the same exact thing.
Hi, my name is Finnegan. I live in Dallas, Texas. This man followed me, and so did that man, until I ripped out my used pad, my pepper spray, and started screeching "Disease" by Lady Gaga. Did they leave me alone? Let's not forget him. He also came over here. And there was one more. So am I going to keep this pad in my hand until I get home? I guess I have to.
That's so crazy.
I literally have a gun, a knife, pepper spray, and a taser. Leave me the alone.
Hey, that's how I get sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, shorty. I be fake clutching too. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I could have nothing on my person. I will reach like I have everything on my body. I'm king of fake clutching, bro.
Like, literally go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. The fuck? Why would you want to be bothersome? You literally came over here to me for the 3rd time, you weirdo piece of shit. Jump in front of a train. Jump in front of a train. Knock me the fuck out then. Knock me the fuck out then, you weak ass bitch. Yeah. Oh. Nothing. I'm still standing, ho.
Now, this lady was called Finnegan. And how do I know? Well, shout out to Daphne over at the Celebrity Channel, or Celebrity Channel, because she posted this on TikTok. Finnegan's TikTok was drier than her wig before the lie. 2 days ago, she filmed herself in Dallas claiming 4 different black men tried to kidnap her. She said she was so scared she pulled out her pepper spray and her soiled pad to scare them off. She never called the Dallas Police Department. I did. They never heard of this incident. The men she filmed were simply minding their business. In her part 2, she was insulting a man, showing his face without consent, and calling him names, all while pretending to be terrified. He didn't want to be filmed and defamed. I started to think about this OnlyFans model, and I said, they're in Dallas, just like the other chick named Finnegan. Rhoda Osmond is also in Texas. So I said, let me go to the comments. This person said, I swear women take no accountability for some choices that they make that put them in a vulnerable position. That guy was a weirdo, but I'm not defending that. But he does make a good point.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
But this was the comment. Fake OnlyFans ad. Facts.
Woo!
See, guys, this was fake all up.
No way. No way. Out of every way that I thought this video was gonna go, ad is not one of them. No way, no way, no way, no way. Nah, he has to have evidence for this. There's actually no way. There's actually no way.
And
There's
the reason
no
why
way.
I know that this is a fake ad is because, number one, like you're taking pictures, some guy walks up to you and just starts saying that, right? Then you put him, up on the screen,
Right.
and then you say that you're going to call the cops. So the man
I think she said she did call the cops.
returns and he doesn't mind being on the screen talking about you guys are sellout 304s.
But who's gonna pay to be in an ad like that where they're looked at as a creep who beats meat to women and then runs off and have their face on camera? Who would pay for? You know how much you would have to pay for that, bro? Millions. There's no.
In reality,
there's no way.
I can bet you a few things. Number one, they never called the cops at all. They most likely paid this guy to do it.
My fault.
Because OnlyFans chicks will do anything to get clout. And so what this really was, in my honest opinion, was just the ability to get somebody to the page, to get somebody to the OnlyFans, to get people talking about it because it was on WorldStar and obviously I'm talking about it, but there was never a police report filed.
I stamp in the video she said that she called the police. There's no way no police report was filed. I stamp in the beginning she said she called them.
The second part about this is Dallas is having a problem with women basically blaming black men for nothing. And we've already seen it happen in Houston with Rhoda Osmond. So now you have in the city of Dallas two separate cases of, number one, the Finnegan lady who said that she was being assaulted, but she was going back and forth with these guys.
Right.
And, just crashing out and never calling the police. And also this lady who has this weird incident saying that she's being harassed.
See, if this is that's so weird because so many women really do get harassed in public more than they would even want to be a part of. And taking that experience as a marketing ad is insane. Also horrible marketing because that marketing would target women because that's who would sympathize with it the most. When you're marketing, you got to know your audience. I'm just saying, like, from a marketing perspective, the person that would sympathize with that the most would be the women who have been in your position, and they're not going to be the ones who are more than likely to buy your OF in the first place if this was marketing. Just saying, on top of the fact that this is horrible marketing in the first place, if this is that horrible execution across the board.
And then it goes back to the lady that I talked about earlier in this video. The woman who said that she was in her garden and guys, were coming up and bothering her.
How did we know this one's fake?
Now what happens is people start to question the validity of such stories. And she's a pretty lady, and I can see why somebody would want to talk to her or try to approach her. And no doubt, like, this happens all the time.
All the time.
But if now guys don't see it happening in the real sense, guys are going to be less inclined to believe this because anybody can do anything for clout now, for TikTok followers, for OnlyFans followers, for YouTube subscribers. The people who pay the most.
I wouldn't even say, I feel like as a person, if somebody comes to you and tells you about a situation, based on the person is, nuanced. Like the person you trust, you spend years with, you're just obviously going to trust them more on what they say. If it's somebody that you loosely know, you're still going to relatively trust them. That's where you start not trusting the person. Like, I don't like blanket statements. I wouldn't put this over all OF models. I wouldn't put this over all women. I wouldn't put it all over that. But like, if it's somebody who has a lying past, especially when it comes to like topics like that, yeah, your validity gets put into question, and that's a horrible place to get put into question about, because let you get into a situation that actually involves that. Now people may be more hesitant to trust your word. So literally, just to them specifically, I hope that's not the case, so that this isn't a thing that they have to deal with moving forward.
But this, in the end, are men, not only men, black men. And I will say this, for you ladies who want to be in this booty clapping industry, and again, I mean, you're doing everything you can to be a clapper. I mean, this chick, I can barely even show you the pictures or videos that she has on her page because it's just so incredibly disgusting. And I say that in a great way. Like, the BBLs, every pose is very sexual. The BBL is like not even on point. It doesn't even look nice. And so you've done everything that you can just to make money. I mean, you've already risked your life. Woo! And so now that's not working, and you're just like every other chick on OnlyFans. So now you're resorting to...
You know, somebody said it. I forgot who it was. And they were talking about... Somebody was saying something about it being a slippery slope on OnlyFans. Like, even if you start off not posting stuff, whatever, people come for a certain thing, and then like as they're there, the money's gonna start to dwindle unless you start slightly upping it and giving the audience what they want. That's the whole thing about creating content, is that at the end of the day, you are creating content for others and people want a certain thing out of you. And unless you keep producing it like that on the platform, you know, there's competition, but there's also boredom. So it forces you to keep upping and finding new ways to innovate yourself and be front paged and be known and not be forgotten and not get lost amongst the people. And it forces you to end up doing things like this, if it's real, to where you're, you know, taking serious topic and situations and using that as a platform to elevate yourself. And it really just undermines a whole bunch of people who genuinely go through that.
Making up stuff and then having some guy come out there and saying that, you know, he's trying to attack you as a woman, which in the reality, you're just thirsty and you're doing
I will say the no police report thing found on any of the topics that were covered today. Like, he could have found one from the Houston girl, the other Houston girl, and the catcall girl. The catcall one's a little bit more understandable because I don't know any girl who has done a police report on somebody who catcalled them. But the ones where I'm talking about people are pulling up, following you, things like that, those not being police cases are odd.
You can to get people on there. And again, this is going to get worse, guys, as times start to get harder and people want to get more clout and they don't want to work hard and they don't want to, you know, really put it out there and do things. They don't really want to have a real legit business. They want to go ahead and do a clap style business. So if it means, you know, paying like this and getting their money into it, they're going to do it. So guys got to really be careful. I've been seeing, you know, women coming up to guys, twerking on guys. You know, women just filming guys in the streets.
Where are you at?
Like, I see so many Instagram like videos like, would you, you know, in me, you know, just like,
what is your algorithm? No, I don't, but I haven't heard of that For You page before, bro. Genuinely, and I'm not even trying to hold him. That's actually crazy content.
On her sister, like, would you in me? Like, you know what I mean, right? The N-U-.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine though. Stop the show. I'm not gonna lie. It was fine. But who would even think about, like, would you do that inside of me? Like,
all right, we've strayed from the topic a bit, sir. So I'm gonna put a pause on it right there, man. If that is an ad right there and the ladies happen to see this video, I would just urge you to go a different direction in terms of how you're marketing yourself, because not only is it a horrible targeted ad, and not only is this creating more of confusion when ads are supposed to bring clarity onto what your product is and what you're about, but it's also just detrimental holistically to a group portion of people, especially people who are already hesitant and like believing women. That's not me personally, but there are men out there like that. There are women out there like that. And you don't want to keep feeding that side by giving them things where they could even get the inkling of false natures being added to your content and stuff like that. So I would say switch directions if that's the case. And if that's not the case, man, I hope those people who are doing those things to you guys are behind bars, because that's disgusting. I'll see you guys in the next one. Click this video. You're statistically going to like it. With that being said, goodbye.